Okay, think back. What was the last book that you read for pleasure? When was that? And was it actually pleasurable? I remember when I was in second grade, one Friday after school, I came home and we had just had our school book fair and I bought a brand new book. It was a big collection of Goosebumps stories. You remember those scary stories for little kids? They were scary stories to tell at a campfire. They were about camps. So I went home and I sat on the couch and I started reading my brand new book and I was loving it. And then my mom came in and said, "You know, I'm really impressed that you are now reading. I'm going to go bake some cookies just for that." And I was so happy because just for reading, my mom baked cookies and I was so happy. It instilled in me really a love for reading. Ever since, I've been hooked. Reading really helps me keep my mind active. It helps me keep my mind mindful and aware of what is going on not only within me, but also what's going on in the world. Reading also helps me to learn new things and to broaden my interests and to really learn more about what is going on. If you remember on Wednesday, Jennifer taught us about mindfulness, knowing where we are, what we are doing, and what we are thinking. When I read, I always am able to be more mindful of not only my surroundings, but also what I'm thinking, how I'm thinking it. It helps me to paint a picture. I can see the words. I can create a world just from reading these words. I can control exactly what this looks like. Yeah, the author may have written down words, but I get to create the world. To me, that's amazing. When we have an active brain like that, we also learn lots of new things. Books are a great thing for that. But not only books. What do we use social media for? Other than Instagram, what is Facebook? What is Twitter, other than just a bunch of words about current events, or historical events, or your brother's new baby? All these things, it's reading, it's learning, it's pleasurable. But on top of that, I have a neighbor back home. He knows how to do pretty much everything, not only with cars, but in the yard, in the house. He knows everything. I asked him one time how he knew all these things, and he said that when he was a little boy and he wanted to do something, his dad took him to the library, helped him find a book, and he just read these books and learned how to do things. Everything that he knows about cars, and trust me, he can fix anything. He learned from reading books, not from taking classes or watching YouTube videos. Yeah, we do have YouTube videos. We do. What about news? We don't watch YouTube for news anymore. We read news. On our phones, yes, maybe not in a newspaper. But again, going back to social media, we find these articles and that's how we understand what's going on in the world. The Pew Research Center did a study back in 2016. They published it back then. And they said that there is a steady decline of reading among people today. Between the years of 2011 and 2015, the number of people reading went from 79% of all to 72%. And that trend, that downward trend, continues to this day. That is terrifying. Because as my very favorite book author said, the man who doesn't read has no advantage over the man who can't read. Mark Twain said that, the author of my favorite book, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Reading helps us keep an active brain, helps us learn new things. So I challenge you to go find a book that you're going to enjoy and start creating the world. Thank you.